What's up, y'all? Riddell Sports Network, kind of an impromptu little video here. I watched as much of this game as I could take, which wasn't very much. Will Warren versus Garrett Crochet, and the Yankees do it again. They completely embarrassed themselves yesterday, 0 runs. Day before, lose 6-3. So coming into the series, I thought that Boston would win 3 out of 4, but I didn't think that the Yankees would be this pathetic. Now, they won, I think it was 5 in a row before this, but they were just smashing home runs. The team looks unstoppable when they're hitting home runs, just as anyone would. But every single time the Yankees start smashing home runs, they're like, oh, the Yankees are back. No, when you face good pitchers, they don't give up 9 home runs a game, do they? So it's really, really hard to watch. This was a pitcher's duel for about 2 1/3 innings before Will Warren started to unravel, and they never recovered. But if you look at this, it was even still relatively close. Once it hit 5-1, I kind of knew it was over. But 9 runs in the 7th inning, and the team looks dead. They look flat. They don't have any fight or heart or anything, but that's kind of to be expected at this point. Boston has a bunch of scrubby little players, but they all seem like they give a damn. They have one of the worst celebrations that I've ever seen, where they do like the Jason Terry takeoff thing for some reason, which Red Sox and Flight, I don't know. But they also have a corny dugout celebration with they put on like a replica of their mascot, whatever their mascot is, a Red Sox, I guess. No, it's a giant green alien, of course. I don't know my Boston lore other than cheating to win the 2018 World Series. That's the only Boston lore I know. So we go into this, Yankees go in, they're leading, they're in the top wild card spot. They're basically out of contention for the pending a Blue Jays meltdown for the AL East lead. But they could have at least, stamped their spot as the top wild card team and at least get a home series to start. Because that wild card series, it's a 3-game set at the top seed. No travel, no nothing. So, you want that. If you're going to be a wild card team, you want that top wild card spot. But anyways, so if the playoffs ended right now, the Yankees would still be in. They have a 3-game lead over Cleveland. Or currently they're in the 2, but I think Seattle is going to be playing today. If Seattle wins, they flip-flop. Let's see. But do we even want them? They're playing the Athletics today, so it should be a nice, easy home game at 9:40 tonight. Do you even want, like, as a Yankees fan, do you want them to make the playoffs? Because this team is pathetic. 7 hits, which is surprising. It didn't feel like that much, but the only time they got, relatively close was when Stanton hit a solo shot in the bottom of the 4th. Immediately followed up. It was hilarious in like an ironic sense. Stanton hits a home run. They come back from break in between innings, and Meredith Marakovich is giving her like I forget exactly what it was, like an injury report on Fernando Cruz, like his return. And while she's talking, Trevor Story hits a home run to give that run back. There wasn't even a call on the, because it was so quick. It might have been the first pitch of the inning. It was comically terrible. But yeah, 7-run 9th. And let's see what the damage was down here. Paul Blackburn, who they just signed, gave up 7 runs in the 9th inning, and they just left him out there. You got to at that point. Your starter, who's been good, only goes 4 innings. That was a rough watch. But it was funny because Will Warren, those first 2 innings, he comes out and he's dealing, absolutely mowing him down. You're like, okay, it could be another 2-1, 1-0 type of game like yesterday. And yeah, it just Aaron Judge, as a side note, cannot hit. He cannot hit off of Crochet. Crochet struck him out. He struck him out the first 2 times today. I think 3 of the last 4 the last time they faced, he did get a home run off of him like late in the game. It was the 9th inning. So it was his 4th at bat, but he had struck him out all 3 times before that. I don't know what it is. And I don't know. You'd think like the best right-handed hitter in the game versus a lefty pitcher, you think he would be able to, do something, but he strikes out almost every time. And Judge did have a double, but of course it was against Greg Weissert after they pulled Crochet, who pitched 7 innings, only gave up that solo shot, 11 strikeouts. Yikes. Absolute yikes. This is just, it is a hard watch. And can the Yankees salvage tomorrow? I don't know at this point. The game's probably on damn ESPN, which sucks. Yep, ESPN. Carlos Rodon against Dustin May. On paper, this matchup should go to the Yankees, but the Yankees, in terms of pitching, but the Yankees' defense is horrible, and their situational hitting is, I don't know, probably the worst. I don't have the metrics or anything, but it's got to be some of the worst hitting in baseball. So they can hit home runs though, right? That's great. Fun. It hurts me to say this. It really hurts me in my soul to say this, but the type of hitters that Boston has are the type of hitters that I wish the Yankees had. A mixture of them. Like, I still want Judge, Bellinger, Goldschmidt, but like, you sprinkle in these guys who are contact hitters, they're feisty, these dudes who can really get after it. But like Yoshida, that is a guy who I would want on the Yankees. But instead, you have Dominguez. Grisham's my boy now. I like Grisham, but you have all these guys. Volpe, he's just pathetic at the plate. Wells, who I love, can't do anything. It's just a sprinkling of these guys. I want to see more Ryan McMahon, but he can't hit. It's rough. It's really rough to watch because Ryan McMahon is a stellar defensive player, but there's always trade-offs with all these players. Exception of Judge and Bellinger. Oh. Even Goldschmidt, he can't seem to hit righties these days, so. But yeah, that's it. The Yankees get blown out again. They get embarrassed. Aaron Boone is trying to throw a pickoff attempt in the 9th inning when it's 9-1. And Ben Rice, I believe it was Ben Rice, was at first, but he wasn't standing on the bag. So they call a pickoff attempt. And Paul Blackburn throws over to first, but Ben Rice isn't there, so he has to throw to Ben Rice, who is, 16 feet off of first, because what are you holding him on for? You're just trying to get as many outs as possible. So look that play up when you get a chance. The team is just absolutely sloppy, and they have to be taking the attributes of the manager at this point. The guy, he just has no heart. He's got no fire. He needs to have fire in terms of getting fired, but they'll never do it. He'll be here another 5 years. Yankees will be mediocre. And then Judge will retire. That's it. You really want Judge's entire career, with the exception of the first year, to be with Aaron Boone? You think that's going to get him a World Series? Good luck with that. Seriously. Good luck. Yankees play tomorrow night. We'll see. I don't know. I don't even know what we're trying to do at this point, but I guess try and salvage one, which I thought they'd do in the beginning, but I didn't think it would look like this. All right, thanks for watching. I might come back tomorrow if it's embarrassing, or if